So in this video, I'll share our experience of building our house in Nicaragua. So not only was it the first time that we'd be building a house, but now we'd be doing it in a foreign country. So needless to say, it was a little daunting on the front end of it. And we definitely questioned if we were up for it. But we took a look around for houses on the market that were already built. But at the time, for the area that we wanted to be in, there just wasn't a lot of choices and nothing that we just loved. So we'd have to put more work, more money into it, and that wasn't something that we wanted to take on. So we thought, you know what, if we're going to make this big change, let's go ahead and build a house that we love, that we'll be really comfortable in. So we contacted the Horizon Group Nicaragua, found them online. We set up a meeting with Tony and Jeff, the co-owners, and we just totally hit it off with them right away. We spoke the same language, and more than just speaking English, which I think is key to speak, really important to speak the same language in a big project like this. But what I mean is that we really vibed. We were just totally on the same wavelength. They walked us through the process. They took us around to show some of the houses that they had built, some projects that they had going on, and they gave us the confidence to go ahead and do this and to do it with them. So once we made that decision, everything happened so much quicker than we could have imagined. We met with them in April. I think we signed a design contract in June or right around there, and then Tony started designing. And it didn't take too long for us to finalize a design because we really were on the same page. Now, when a design gets finalized, it gets sent off to Managua for engineering. Then there's the local, what in the States we'd call county. Here it's called departments, and they have a permitting process. And also we built in a housing development. So they have some guidelines too to make sure that the house is in line with the general vibe that they're wanting to maintain. So this all happened in about 7-ish months, from meeting them, designing, permitting, to getting ready to break ground. They made everything feel seamless. At least it felt like that on our end. So during this whole time, we were back in California getting our house ready to sell and get ready to move down, which we did in October of that year. So this all happened in 2021. But we were so happy to be able to be here during the building process, to make certain decisions in the moment so that nothing ever got held up on account of us needing to see something and make a decision. We could just run right over, decide on the spot. So I put together this reel of photos from the process, which, by the way, took just under 1 year. They told us it would be about a year, and it turned out to be like 11 months. I think we got super lucky on the timing because they usually are running like 2 or 3 projects at a time, and they happened to be waiting for permits on another project. So they had a double crew on our project for the first couple of months, if I remember correctly. So anyways, enjoy this reel, stick around, and I'll share a bit more at the end about how some things came together, how we made some decisions about the interiors, cost. People like to know about that. Stick around, and I'll see you back here in just a few minutes. Enjoy.
Together forever, she said. Stay, most definitely. All we have is time, he said. Just wait, I'm not going anywhere without you. Anyway, Frankie and Dobby, they making them more of the sunshine, yeah. In the kitchen all morning, you see the lights just dawning. not going anywhere without you anyway. We just wanna live this life in love every day. Well, if you wanna live, say live and lift it up day by day. We not gonna run that race. No way. Yes, they gonna try to bring us down again. But she say, hold my hand. He say they don't overstand. No, I'm not going anywhere without you anyway. We just gonna live this life in love every day. I'm not going anywhere without you anyway. We just gonna live this life in love every day. Wash over and turn the page. They loving, they longer, and feel the bond grow stronger. And when they struggle, tumble, trip out, fumble, fall down, heal up the broken places. Everything alive is changing. I'm not going anywhere without you anyway. Just gonna live this life in love every day. I'm not going anywhere without you anyway. We just gonna live this life in love every day. Struggle, tumble, trip out, fumble, fall down. Heal up the broken places. Everything alive is changing. I'm not going anywhere without you anyway. We just gonna live this life in love every day.
That was so fun for me to put together and get to relive that whole experience and be blown away again by how fast it came together. I was going to say just a bit about like picking the finishes and tile, countertop, stuff like that. Fortunately, we have pretty simple taste, and this turned out to be a big plus because it was still COVID era and supply chain was a big issue. And we didn't want anything to get hung up as far as what we wanted not being in stock and having to wait for it to ship. Our first choice on some things were out of stock, and the best they could say was that it would be like 6 to 8 weeks, but nothing was a guarantee. So we would literally like walk into a place like the tile stores and be like, okay, here's our price point, here's how much we need, show us what you have in stock. And then we would pick from that. And honestly, you know, we couldn't be happier with the way everything came together. I'd say the only thing that we felt really strongly about was our floor. We definitely wanted a certain size, shape, and color for the indoor, and then a complementary one for outdoor, and of course in a non-slip texture. And they really did have to search hard for those. And funny story, once we did find it, they were just short of the amount that we needed. So they got the contact info for the previous buyers to see if any of them had any extra tiles, and someone did. And that's how we got enough tile for our floor. Let's see. Most everything came from here in the country. What we did have shipped in was our bathtub and faucets, shower heads. And the reason was we just couldn't find exactly what we were looking for, and we didn't want to settle. And it's easy, you can get things shipped in and pay like $3 a pound to have it put on a slow boat, and it gets here like within a month. So it's simple. Now, as far as price or cost of build goes, now this was a couple years ago. I know it's changed a bit. Things have gone up a little. But we paid around $115, $120 a square foot. I know you can get it a little cheaper than that, and you can also get way more expensive than that. Just like anywhere, there's a range. One thing different here, though, is when they talk about the square footage, you're not just talking about what's under your roof, like your actual living space. They count all the outdoor, like concreted areas. So even like the pool counts, all the outdoor decking, our carport counts. So that's something to take into consideration too if you're calculating the price of a build. If I had one piece of advice to give to someone that's considering building here, it would be to definitely feel comfortable and 100% confident in your builder. Make sure they're experienced builders here in Nicaragua. Get references from others that have used them. See their work. Ask a lot of questions. And if it's at all possible, it's ideal to be down here while you're building, or at least have someone you trust here. So, like for instance, a friend of ours is thinking about building down here, and he's so stoked to have us here to be kind of his eyes and ears on the ground. But you know what? Lots of people build and can't be down here, and it turns out just fine. So, hey, if you have any questions, put it in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you back here soon.